Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another week here. NARAS Cup Series action, Bank of America 275 at the beautiful Charlotte Motor Speedway here in Concord, North Carolina on a quiet night here tonight. Round of 12 elimination race. This is going to be a huge race for a lot of drivers just outside of that cut line wanting to make it in to that round of 8. As always, my name is Tyler Jones, and I have a new special guest here tonight. New co-commentator, Gavin. Buddy, how are you feeling about getting ready to commentate your first race here, not only for the NARAS Cup Series, but your first race in general?
Well, I'm going to be honest. I am just a little bit nervous, but I am extremely grateful for the opportunity, Tyler.
Of course, thank you for being here and, taking time out of your Saturday night as well to join us in the booth for non-stop action-packed racing. Of course, we're going to see here qualifying underway at this point in time. We're going to go ahead and show some of those cars on the field right now. Steven Hollinsworth on track for his qualifying time at this point in time. Some drivers already finishing their times. 09 of Isaiah Fox on the field as well. Brock Whiteman in the 91, just getting done with his. 28 of Kyle Sims as well. Backing down from his qualifying times here tonight. 9 car, Jordan Parker. Pretty good scheme on that car. Different scheme from what we're normally seeing. Right now, trying to take that car back into victory lane, of course. Javier Zapta as well, 23 on the track here tonight for qualifying. Then we have a new face for RFD. 41, DJ Vincent making his debut here tonight.
Oh, just look at the scheme on that car. It's very well designed. Beautiful.
Yeah, took me an hour. And I'm glad it's being used here tonight. We also got the 10 of Stephen Hayes. We're not going to watch that. He's also on the track for his qualifying time as well right now. RFD's very own Corey Rainey on the field, setting a time as well. 7 of Brandon Carroll, believe on his first few laps at this point in time. Going to go ahead and throw up the best times on the tower to the left-hand side of your screen, showing you who is in that top spot right now. Pole going to the 09 of Fox at this point in time. Parker just outside, sitting in P2.
Yeah, those lap times are pretty dang close right there. It's going to make for an interesting race once we get going underway for sure.
Oh, for sure. 29.508 for your leader. 29.556 for your second place. That 9 car of Parker, they are literally thousandths of a second off each other right now. I mean, even the top 3, Hollinsworth with a 29.579 himself. Top 3 having pretty identical times here for this track tonight.
Yeah, most definitely. They're probably going to be, running different lines and everything once the race gets underway. But, yeah, very close in qualifying so far.
Now, of course, as always, 3 stages set for tonight. Stage 1 and 2 will mirror each other, 50 laps apiece. That last stage being the biggest change. That will be 83 laps, so those drivers will have to kind of R&D those first two stages to figure out how that car is going to feel for that last stage. 9 sets of tires in their pit stalls tonight. They have a decent amount of tires, 90% fuel starting off in those tanks, so good runs we're going to be getting over the course of the night. Of course, now going into warm-up, about a 10-minute session, giving those drivers just a little bit more time to get comfortable and acclimated to the track here tonight. Now, with the time, we'll go ahead and show our playoff leaderboard. Looking right now, everybody in that yellow is locked in. Everybody in the red is just sitting outside of that line. The 11 of Lucas Lewis in green got the first win for the round of 12 back at Kansas for the Fisher Studios 262. So he has already advanced himself into that round of 8. 9 car of Jordan Parker sitting in second place at positive by 40 points. Then you have the 8 car of Mark Morton in a third place position right now with 17 positive points. 88 of Joshua Mason in fourth plus 15 at this point in time. 4 car of Corey Rainey sitting in fifth, 13 plus. 09 of Isaiah Fox, pole sitter at this point in time tonight, but still not all the way comfortable in the points at this point in time. Then just behind him, you have the 3 of Carden Hansen. 55 of Gage Burns is the last person comfortable on points right now, but there is not much room for his comfortability as the 51 is sitting only 2 points back from putting him in an elimination spot after tonight's race. 24 of Christopher Franz, who is here tonight, is -6. So with that 55 not being here tonight, it could shake up a few things, and we might see at least 2 more people, possibly 1 in that spot. Of course, the 5 of Christian Mullins will not be finishing out the rest of this season and has now been replaced with JJ Moore, who we saw had a sweep last week and took an incredible run. And now he is in that 5 car. So, of course, 5 car not in the playoffs for the rest of this race, as well as the 22 of Brandon Broadfoot, who has conceded the rest of his season and into next season as well. Feel like that 51 tonight, it's tough with him not being on the track. So the 24 is really looking at a possibility of edging himself just into that round of 8, just by a few points tonight. It's going to be a match we are going to have to keep up with throughout the night and keep everybody updated. By the end of the night, we will know a lot. Right now, looking at the track, we have a lot of people on track right now, trying to get acclimated, trying to get comfortable with the field here tonight. Javier Zapta in the 23, trying to make his start here tonight. Hopefully we'll be pretty comfortable over the course of the night. Might see some fall off. Feel like the car's probably going to get tighter the later the race goes on. Gavin, I know me and you are both racers. How are you feeling about what we might be seeing from these Gen 6 cars here at Charlotte tonight?
You know, Charlotte's always been kind of like a difficult track. Me personally, I don't really have much experience with the Gen 6s, but, you know, playing a little bit myself and racing a little bit myself, I think those cars, from what I hear, are normally quite a handful.
Yeah, there was a lot of races this season that almost kind of felt like they were out of grabs for a lot of drivers. Some a little bit more than others. But I feel like Charlotte, pretty comfortable race. We saw it week 7 for the Race for America 450. Caleb Hess did take that win. It's been a mighty few weeks as we are now in week 21. So a first time going back to Charlotte in a long time. Few new drivers on the track, but I feel like it should be somewhat of a comfortable race. Early on, of course, tires take a few laps to warm up, not too long. But I feel like after those tires get warmed, we shouldn't have a singular problem on the track. Obviously, sometimes you're going to have, racing incidents that cause those wrecks. But I feel like all in all, we should see a lot of seasoned drivers here kind of taking this race for their own. And either A, we're going to get a win from somebody that's on the playoff bracket, or we might see a win from someone not in playoffs. We saw J.J. Moore take that last week, that 5 car on your screen right now. He took that win last week, swept the entire race, and now is trying to look forward to doing it again. Hometown hero here tonight officially as well. So looking forward to seeing what comes his way. Is he's on his home turf. So what does Charlotte have for him? But what does he have for Charlotte is the big question right now.
I would say if this is his home track and he probably has the most experience here, I would expect that car to be up there a lot tonight. He has a very good chance of winning it.
Now, of course, going back to that playoff bracket, left side of your screen, that 24 sitting 2 spots out at this point in time. He is literally in a must-win situation here tonight for him to be able to move on to that round of 8 position. It is going to be, like I said earlier, it's going to be a very difficult track to maneuver for some, especially the guys that are sitting just outside. They're going to race a little bit more aggressive possibly than some of the others on the track tonight. How, being in a must-win situation, we've both been there before on the console side of racing, just racing in general. How does that add to the pressure on you being in that win situation?
It adds a tremendous amount of pressure. When you're in the car and everything, like you're only focusing on just trying to get the win. Everything else just doesn't matter. So expect a lot of aggressive driving tonight from not just the playoff guys, but non-playoff guys as well. They want to be able to get that win. They want to be able to get that trophy. And I understand the hunger for sure.
Yeah, and that's really the name of the game for some of these guys right now. They're kind of having to show what they're going to be bringing to the table going into 2026 Season 3, especially a lot of the guys returning here for the Cup Series, advancing the league a little bit next season by also bringing in the trucks. But I know a lot of guys already set with their teams and drivers returning for next season, so we're going to see a lot of driving. We've already seen it before. 25 a few weeks ago, I believe last week, 25 of Wyatt Post ended up taking a pole only on his second race in. So a lot of drivers, like you said, already trying to show what they have to be able to put on the table, whether that's for the rest of this season or going forward into Season 3. Now looking at the time, we have roughly about 3 more minutes in warm-ups. So we are going to go to a small, quick commercial break, and we will be back in just a few moments.
Did you know Toyota has 3 NASCAR Cup teams? We got Team 2311, owned by this guy, and 3-time Daytona winner Denny Hamlin. But Denny Hamlin races for another team, Joe Gibbs Racing. Yeah, Super Bowl winning head coach Joe Gibbs. And they both share the track with Legacy Motor Club, co-owned by 7-time Cup champ Jimmy Johnson. 3 epic teams, 4 legendary owners, all going after 1 cup. Now you're up to speed. You in?
Hendrick.
Summer is here and you've got places to go.
She's headed to a golf tournament.
This one's headed to the beach.
And he's headed to a music festival.
And they know every good road trip starts right here.
At Hendrick Automotive Group.
We'll check your battery, tire pressure, top off your fluids,
Check your cooling system.
And do a multi-point inspection.
extending the life of your vehicle.
And keeping you safe.
Anywhere you want to go.
For free.
Just make sure you're road ready. All good road trips start here.
Book your road ready appointment today at hendrickcars.com.
Last year, Ram killed the Hemi V8, and people had opinions. The same people that killed the Hemi sent me out here with these comments. That's not happening. We own it, we got it wrong, and we're fixing it. You hear that? That's our Hemi, and it's saying, I'm back.
Did he say what I think he said? That thing's got a Hemi!
Hell yeah, it does. You want more? Buckle up. Ram's coming back to NASCAR. Let's go. We're back in America's motorsport. The Hemi's back, and we ain't going anywhere.
We are back. First commercial break, still under warm-ups at this point in time. Playoff leaderboard on the left-hand side of your screen. If you are just tuning in, welcome to another NARAS Cup Series race here. Charlotte Motor Speedway, Bank of America 275, round of 12 elimination race tonight. High anticipated race for a lot of drivers. 24 in red on the bottom of that playoff leaderboard is in a must-win situation right now. 11 of Lucas Lewis not here tonight. Already locked into that round of 8 race. Looking forward to going to Talladega to start our round of 8 next week. Now, someone that isn't here right now, Owen Lax. A lot of stats have just been officially updated. On top of him taking the all-time series wins, Owen Lax now holds the record for most wins all time, most laps led, and most poles ever won. He has officially broke that three-way tie between Mark Morton, Josh Mayu, and himself for number 5. Now a three-way tie behind him with Mark Morton, Josh Mayu, and Lucas Lewis all tied at 4th. Owen has 702 laps led. Just behind him is Mark Morton with 679. And of course, sitting number 1 on the pole wins with 6. Morton once again sitting just behind with 4 pole wins in general. And speaking of pole wins, stats have just been updated once again. That 09 of Isaiah Fox on your screen there. First official pole in the NARAS Cup Series for him here tonight.
Good job for him. He's got a fast car right there. And congrats to Owen Lax, too. I mean, dominating the stat sheet like that, that's pretty impressive. But expect some of those other guys in the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th on the all-time wins list to go ahead and be on his tail here soon.
Absolutely. It's going to happen sooner or later. Only time will tell. Owen coming back full season like we've announced a few weeks ago. Coming back full season in 2026 with NARAS. Has a state light team with Jordan Parker, Parker Motorsports, and officially announced he was here a few weeks ago. He missed the race and was actually here in Charlotte talking with Spire to officially lock that deal in. So now comfortably sitting with a good team next season. While these cars grid, of course, we have had a loss in the racing community last week. Michael Annette, he at a very young age, has unfortunately passed away. So as of right now, we are going to go ahead and hold a moment of silence for Michael Annette and the Annette family. Of course, a retired driver of Junior Motorsports. So if you would, please join us for a moment of silence. All prayers, of course, once again, go out to the Annette family and all that knew him as well. Now,
Great
cars.
driver and a great personality. Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Absolutely fine. Indeed, he was. It's unfortunate. Life does not let you know when a curveball is going to be thrown, and it's unfortunate. He was very young. I believe only 39 years old.
It's very tragic. He still had a long life ahead of him, and my prayers go out to his family, and I know his fans are probably hurt too. So, rest in peace.
Now, cars on the track here tonight. First pole ever in the NARAS Cup Series. 09 of Isaiah Fox sitting in line 1, position number 1. Just outside in P2. Your top 5 finisher at Bristol, looking to continue his streak of race finishes. The 09 of Jordan Parker. Sitting in 3rd, line 2. In the 67, Stephen Hollinsworth. 41 in 4th, new face, my good old buddy DJ Vinson. 5th place, the 91, Brock Whiteman. Sitting in 6th, the 4 car of Corey Rainey. Going to 7th place, you have the 28 of Kyle Sims. Just outside of him in the 23, Javier Zapta sitting in 8th. Carden Hansen in the 3 in 9th. And the 24 of Christopher France rounding out your top 10.
Yep, and in 11th, you got Brendan Carroll in the 7 car, doing it for Donze, how do you say that? Donze Carroll Racing, starting on the inside line. And on the outside line, you got JJ Moore in the number 5 for Mach 5 Racing. 13th, Joshua Mason in that 88 car. 14th, Edmund Post in that 25. And apparently we have Race Control coming out here making an appearance. I don't know what they're doing here. I guess they decided to want to go ahead and take a few laps around Charlotte. But on the outside line, you got Stephen Hayes in the number 10. And rounding up the pack, you got Ryder Morgan in that 56.
All cars getting ready. 50 laps, stage 1. Who will take the first stage victory? Hopefully, we're about to find out. Pace car off. 09 of Fox takes us to the first start of the race in the Echo Park restart zone. Green flag being waved. All cars ready to go. First lap always speaks for itself, so we're going to let the cars do the talking. Lap 1 now officially complete. 09 of Fox still in the lead, just behind the 67 of Hollinsworth. Third place now, Jordan Parker on the outside line by himself, trying to make a good run. We'll get that 09's draft as he sits in the high line there. It's going to boost Parker up to P2. Parker already making moves, going down to the inside of the 09. 9 and 09, like I say, every week they find each other on the track. Now, having to fight for the lead is Isaiah Fox.
Nearly 3 wide there for a second, and already you can already kind of see a line kind of getting formed. It seems like most drivers are already kind of taking the inside rather than the outside, so a lot of aggressive driving already to start out. 67 and the 09 right next to each other here. This is going to be an interesting battle if it keeps going like this.
Interesting battle for sure, and it's only going to get better as the night progresses. Lap 3 officially now complete. Still a lot of laps to go here in stage 1. Stage 1 and 2 do mirror each other at 50 laps apiece, so there is going to be a lot of the same strategy we're seeing now go into stage 2.
Yeah, can't wait to see how these. Oh, sorry. Can't wait to see how these strategies are going to play out throughout the night.
Jordan Parker getting past Brock Whiteman and Fox. Fox now moving down to 4th place. Parker going in to 2nd place. Parker, like I said, had a good run with a top 5 finish at Bristol. Looking to continue his streak of races this week. We have already seen JJ Moore blow the competition out the water at Bristol. Led all of the entirety of the race, all 298 laps, swept the entire race. Now finds himself on the board, 294 laps to be exact, puts himself in 6th for laps led in his 2nd appearance in the NARAS Cup Series. Now currently sitting in 9th place, just behind Kyle Sims and just in front of the 88 of Joshua Mason. Going through your top 10 here at this point in time, Stephen Hollinsworth in the lead, that 67 machine. Jordan Parker sitting in 2nd, just behind. Really close, still trying to make a move, not wanting to stay in that line for too long. Possibly going to see him dive down here. Maybe goes high, will stay high, not trying to burn those tires out a little bit early on that low line. Good strategy there. 3 and 4 is where you normally get a little bit tight or loose, depending on how that track is feeling. Jordan not trying to burn those bridges early on tonight.
Go figure, you'd see the 67 car up front. I mean, it is the most popular number for the year, right?
Of course that joke was coming.
Sooner or later, you knew it was going to come around.
I knew it was coming at some point in time. Now going through the rest of your top 10. In 3rd, the 91, Brock Whiteman. 4th, your pole sitter for the night, Isaiah Fox, having to dial it back in at this point in time. Big gap between 4th and 5th. 5th being the 3 car of Carden Hansen. 41 of DJ Vincent just behind RFD's new driver on the track tonight. Just behind him is his team owner, the 4 car of Corey Rainey in 7th place. Parker Motorsports' very own JJ Moore in the 5 car, sitting in 8th. Kyle Sims in the 28 in 9th place. Joshua Mason rounding out your top 10. And it seems on the tower we're already having a driver out for the night, that being the 56 of Ryder Morgan. 10 of Hayes, already in pits this time. Wonder, seems like he got a little bit loose there looking on the report. Let's go ahead and go back and see exactly what happened. Oh, a little bit earlier would be it. Might have scraped off the wall there and just felt like that car was not drivable, probably putting it in pits. Get a fresh set of tires. Probably take some of that damage off there.
Or maybe
No
the
wreck.
front stretch wasn't properly mowed correctly. I don't know.
Well, if it wasn't, it is now. I'll tell you that for sure.
Oh, it definitely is now.
Now going back up to your leader, 67 of Hollinsworth, still in the lead. 9-09, taking it side by side. Looks to be the 91 almost making it 3 wide. Ran out of room there. 9 just in the wall a little bit, but still has that momentum with the 91's draft just behind. Got to wonder where this 91's going to go. Is he going to send it 3 wide on lap 13, or is he going to hold it in there?
Looks like he might be able to make it stick. Yeah, they keep it 2 wide. Nice driving there.
Now, of course, we said earlier in pre-race.
Oh, he's in the wall. Scraping
This
the
is
wall a
not
little bit, coming in the
Martinsville.
middle of the corner.
He rode that wall almost the entire corner like he is Ross Chastain, and it's Martinsville racing tonight.
Yeah, nice little new paint job right there on that 91 car.
Oh, for sure. He took a piece of the wall home with him, but the wall took some of him with it too. But even though he scraped the wall there, able to get around the 09 and the 9, now putting himself in second place.
Yeah, and even there, he went ahead and tapped the wall again. Let's just hope that doesn't screw him over or bring him, get a tire down or anything.
That right damage will accumulate over time depending on how hard he's hitting that wall. We can go into his roll bar cam inside the car and see how he's taking these corners.
Very clean. Doesn't look like he's fighting the car at all.
No, and that's
Probably
something
sending it
you'll
in a
normally
little too
notice.
deep. Sending it in a little too deep, definitely at points. But seems like now he's kind of getting into like a little bit of a better flow state.
With that battle for that position right now, 09 just to the outside, fighting for second currently. He really isn't turning that wheel, like you said, back center. They're 3 wide behind.
3
for
wide
fourth.
back there.
3 wide for fourth. JJ Moore able to make it out. Still side by side with DJ Vincent right now. 4-car of Rainey sitting behind. This is something we haven't seen a lot of this season so far. RFD seems to be making a power move right now with a new driver on the track. And that driver being that 41 machine of DJ Vincent. Both drivers sitting in 5th and 6th position right now, looking to make a big run here. If they can hold it down like they are doing, they will slowly start catching up with that pack. Seems to have 5 of more slightly got into the wall, able to maintain it. Now DJ and Rainey still on that rear bumper of the 5, trying to push RFD up to new heights, showing what RFD has in store for next season.
Yeah, that 41 car already wants to try and make a name for himself. I respect it.
Very prestigious driver. Believe just won out his division in officials this season. Already looking to make a name for himself here. First race of the season. He was going to wait until season 3 to come around, but was invited to join us here tonight and is damn sure making a name for himself already.
Yeah, most definitely fighting and clawing for every position, just like the paint scheme on his car. Claws out today.
Now, so far, highest mover on the night, being that 5-car of JJ Moore sitting in 3rd place right now, has gained roughly 9 positions on the night. Gains showed on the right-hand side of the tower next to drivers' names. Hollinsworth 2 positions up where he started in 3rd. Moore 9 positions up. Now finds himself in P3. DJ Vincent in the 41 back in his gridding position. Rainey just behind in 5th place, rounding out your top 5, finds himself one position up from where he started.
Speaking of the top 5, it's more like only 2nd through 5th. If you look at the 67 right now, he is checked out early in this race.
He is ways away from the rest of the pack right now. There is a 1.2 second gap between the 67 and the 09's bumper right now. 09 just on the right-hand side of your screen there as we are following the 67. Looking back at Isaiah Fox now. J.J. Moore trying to make that pass on the outside lane. Not able to get that time. Lost a little bit of time there not getting in draft. That allowed the 41 of Vincent and the 4 of Rainey to catch some time back up.
Yeah, it makes me wonder if the 67 is eating through his tires too early. But if he's able to maintain that 1.2, 1 second gap, this is going to be a very good race for him. But, you know, those tires, man, gotta conserve them.
Now at this point in time, your leader has not finished in first place. We need to clear that off the screen. Your leader has led 18 laps at this point in time out of 24. Isaiah Fox leading the rest. Well, not all the way. Only led 2 laps so far. That was your initial pole sitter of the night. 1 more lap to go, and we will be halfway through stage 1 here. Already seen a lot of fighting from a lot of cars, some in the playoffs, some just looking to put a name out there for next season. 41 being one of them, as now he finds himself in the top 3 spot, fighting side by side with J.J. Moore at this point in time. 2 drivers not in contention for playoffs, but damn sure will be next season. Five of Moore able to get around. Personally, I would be working as a team just a little bit. I would stay single file if I was those 4 cars. Try to catch that time back up to the leader and then fight it out for the rest of the stage. Obviously, 90% fuel in those tanks. They might be able to make it here. I'm not familiar with the run with a 90% tank myself in these Gen 6 cars here at Charlotte, but possibly might not see a pit cycle. I highly doubt that, though.
Yeah, I highly doubt it too. I mean, like I said just a little bit ago, unless they're eating through their tires too quickly, I don't think we're going to have to worry about fuel. The only thing that I think we would have to worry about is just eating through your tires too quickly.
Now, since we are hit the halfway mark, looking at your race recap for this point in time. Lap 27 of 183. Hollinsworth, your leader at this point in time. We have only seen 2 lead changes for stage 1 so far, but of course that number will grow the longer the night goes on. Temperature in Concord, North Carolina for tonight. 66 degrees on the track, cool. Temperatures not too bad for these cars. 7-mile-per-hour winds, clear skies, but only 30% of that North Carolina humidity. So pretty good track temps for these drivers tonight, for not only the tires and the track, but themselves in that car as well.
Yeah, definitely. It's honestly a really good night for racing.
And me and you both being from North Carolina, we know this day weather is unforgiving sometimes, so they got.
Don't even get me started.
End of the stick. They got the good end of the
Don't
stick
even
today.
get me started with North Carolina weather. 15-minute difference is all it takes. One second it'll be sunny, the next it will be completely pouring down rain, and then 30 minutes later you're in a blizzard. So very hormonal weather we have over here.
You're not lying about that at all. It's god awful sometimes, but thankfully the gods are being nice to them tonight on the track. 5 literally sniffing the bumper of the 4 there. Gave him a little bit of a shove. 5 is pretty good at that for what I've seen so far, especially back at Bristol. He knows how to give some of that aggression to the car in front of him. Not to the point where it's going to make them get loose and go crazy, but he knows how to force them in a position to possibly break. Now, of course, when you're driving, you want to be looking forward. You don't want to be paying attention to your mirror because that's most likely where you're going to end up being. You're going to end up being in the back. 5 does a pretty good job of putting that pressure from behind to try to get into the heads of the drivers in front. We just saw that a little bit there. He noticed it's not working all the way to his advantage. He backs off a little bit. That's kind of the style I've started catching from the 5 a little bit. It has really worked in his favor so much, especially at Bristol. But right now with that RFD owner of Rainey in that 4 car in front, with his brand new teammate just in front of him, that head game, that mind game isn't working this early on.
Yeah, driving like that. I mean, sounds like someone else I know sitting right here next to the booth, next to me in the booth. You like being intimidating back in our racing days?
It normally worked. It normally worked. Sometimes
I know, and I wound up choking.
Sometimes it bit me in the butt, but it normally worked.
The good old days.
Now, second place, Isaiah Fox in the 09. Slowly making time up to the 67 of Hollinsworth. Only a second splits them now, so we might be seeing what you were talking about. He might have ate up those tires a little bit too fast, because Isaiah is pulling down that time right now.
Yeah, just the line that he's running, the 09, is definitely like been able to conserve his tires for the long run, and you can definitely see the 67 start waning a little bit. So looks like I might have made a decent call there.
Unfortunate situation he's kind of finding himself in now, having to go back and kind of rethink what possibly went wrong for this race as of right now. Still early on for him, so it's not the worst situation he could be in, but definitely not wanting to burn your tires this early. So we're gonna definitely have to see how it's going to go for him the rest of the time he's on track if he doesn't go in earlier. 15 left in stage 1 now, up at this point in time. 67 slowly losing time. Now Fox 7/10 back from his bumper, so slowly gaining that time back up to where he needs to be.
Yeah, that 09 car is definitely hunting. And I just noticed, too, the 09 is running a Lincoln Park scheme. That is actually really a gorgeous car to look at.
He has been running Lincoln Park schemes for like the last 5 weeks now. I noticed it 1 week, and I was like, is it or is it not? And then he actually had an interview and told me better be prepared for next week. And it's been a different scheme every week. That, of course, being the Meteora paint scheme.
Yeah, the 09 definitely wants to find somewhere he belongs, and right now it looks like it's going to be first place if he keeps hunting down the 67 like he is.
He has to be careful, though, because it is a castle of glass, so you don't want to throw stones at the glass house. You throw stones
but
too
in the
early,
end, it doesn't even matter.
you throw stones too early, you might end up with a heart empty, like the emptiness machine.
That's just bad. Get him out of the commentating booth.
I guess I'm crawling.
The constant Lincoln Park jokes you're making, man, I don't know if these wounds will ever heal.
Oh, stop. You're making me faint over here.
Stop, man. I'm about to hit the floor.
Now the 09, 3/10 back in the rearview mirror. That was a pretty good run there. 3/10 back in the rearview mirror of the 67. 67 now slowly starting to shake in his boots just a little bit. Only 11 more laps to go. Will the 09 of Fox be able to take that first position back? He only led 2 laps of this race. 67 took that away from him pretty early on. But will he be able to prevail and get that lead back, claim the Stage 1 win, and look to do it again in Stage 2? Stage 2, of course, mirroring those 50 laps once again.
The rate that he's going, I would expect to see the 09 pass the 67 here in about, I'd say, another lap or 2 if he keeps going at this rate. 67's changing up his line a little bit now, trying maybe aero block.
I mean, it's a smart move to do. You're already seeing your competitor gain so much time in at least 14 laps. Fox did a pretty good run. Now looking to run away with the race if he can get around the 67. 9 more laps to go, Stage 1. 42 laps out of 183 done so far for the Bank of America 275 at no other track than the beautiful Charlotte Motor Speedway, which we're about 4 more months away, Gavin, and we'll be there ourselves.
Can't wait, brother.
Oh, I can't
wait for that race. I'm so glad that you managed to snag those tickets, man, and I can't wait to be up there in the grandstands with you watching an incredible Coca-Cola 600.
It's going to be a long one. It's going to be a long one, I'll tell you that for sure.
NASCAR race can never be too long, and NASCAR race can never be too long. We're all just there to get our eardrums blown out, drink a few beers, and enjoy some good racing. That's all it's about.
Now looking through our top 10, with about 7 more laps to go here now as the 67 crosses the line. 1 and 2, Hollinsworth in the 67, 09 of Fox. Sitting in 3rd place, about 2 seconds back from the leader. It's the 4 car of Corey Rainey. 4th place, still fighting side by side. These drivers are not letting each other go. It is the 5 car of JJ Moore and the 41 of DJ Vinson. Vinson able to get around the 5 going right back to the inside. This is going to be a good fight here for first place.
That 41 car, man, it just keeps being talked about all night. He definitely just wants to keep trying to make a name for himself tonight. And honestly, from what I've been able to see, he's doing it.
I mean, he found a pretty good competitor on the track. One that literally came in second race, swept the entire race. Now, we're seeing what's going to be end up a pretty good fight throughout the entirety of the next season. They are about tit for tat here on the track. Every move one makes, the other one makes it. It's kind of like an Annie situation. You know, it's anything you can do, I can do
constantly
better.
Going back and forth.
I can do anything better than you. Yeah, it's just consistent back and forth battling right now. And unfortunately, looks to be a little bit of a fall off from Hollinsworth and Isaiah Fox. Hollinsworth now passing the 24 France, who is in a must-win situation. Not looking too good for Fox to be able to get the Stage 1 win. Only 4 more laps to go. Now the 67 having to maneuver through lap traffic. 2.5 seconds behind. DJ Vincent rounding out your top 5. Just behind in 6th place is Javier Zapta. 7 of Jordan Parker with his UniFirst paint scheme there. I'm sorry. The 9 of Jordan Parker in 7th with his UniFirst paint scheme there will be unveiling his all-new 2026 Napa Auto Parts scheme next weekend at Talladega. Obviously in the garage first, and will be a race car ready scheme for next week. Just behind
him. Yeah, gonna be looking forward to that.
I look forward to seeing what he does too. I mean, he's gotten pretty good. Him and his graphic designer has gotten pretty good at getting those wraps cleaned up and aired out pretty good. I'm kind of looking forward to seeing, you know, his paint scheme and the rest of the paint schemes we're going to see just slowly start to be unveiled either the end of this season or coming into next season. And sitting just behind the 9 of Parker right now, the 25 of Edmund Post. Edmund Post and Parker now side by side fighting for 7th and 8th. 91 of Brock Whiteman in 9th. And in 10th place right now, rounding out your top 10, is the 47 of Brandon Carroll. 2.2 seconds separates the leader, Stephen Hollinsworth, and the 09 of Isaiah Fox. Only one more lap to go here. This stage, stage 1, is all in the books for the 67 at this point in time, as long as nothing crazy happens in front of them. Stage 1 finally completed. 67 of Hollinsworth goes and takes stage 1 to himself. Fox finishing in 2nd, Rainey in 3rd, JJ Moore in 4th, Javier Zapta in 5th, DJ Vincent in 6th, Edmund Post in 7th, Jordan Parker 8th, Brock Whiteman in 9th. Rounding out your top 10, Brandon Carroll. And of course, as these drivers go ahead and get ready for the next stage, it is another cookie cutter stage, copy and paste.
Yeah, amazing first stage from that 67 car. Thought he was going to lose it there for a little bit, but looks like he figured it out in the end.
Able to hold on to it pretty well. Seems like he was just trying to get the rest of those tires out there for the stage. Was able to manage it. Did not pit that entirety of stage 1, so it shows these drivers obviously have the fuel to make it for stage 2. The question is, how long will they last in stage 3? And at this point in time, while they are single file into pits for stage 2, we're going to go to a short side-by-side commercial break, and we will be back in just a few moments.
Great car, great team. Go execute.
Time to turn the intensity up.
Fight to the end, no matter what happens. Good day, be in victory lane. The after-jets are don't count out anybody. Who wants it the most? We are eyes on the leader now. What a victory this will be.
Next flag is going to end.
Does he have enough? Let's go! A dominant performance. They're going to say no, baby. Let's go! You got to earn this thing. It is all on the table.
Surprised it didn't have a caution.
And we are back here just in time. Stage 2 about to be underway. Why are we cutting away? Hollinsworth still in the lead, taking green flag back for stage 2. Huge run there from Rainey on the outside. Now puts himself in first place.
Looks like the 67 just completely missed a gear.
Probably started in a higher gear than what he was expecting. Could have been in third, not ready for a second gear restart. Now Rainey's going to get a little bit of a fight from not only behind, but from the outside too. 67 side by side for second place right now with the 5 of J.J. Moore. Corey Rainey still in the lead at this point in time, getting his first few laps here in the lead for the night, but the 67 trying to gain all that time back up. 41 of Vincent is able to go low, get to that bumper of his teammate to try to push him to hold that lead, but the 67 is getting a good run, gets clear of the 4. Will he go back down? There it is. Nope. Oh, he's trying to break the 5's draft there. He's trying to block both lines. Four and the 5 now fighting. We got 2 teams linked up, 5 in the 9, 4 in the 41. One hell of a fight we're watching on our screen for the lead. Now J.J. Moore trying to take his first few cracks at a lead here tonight, but the 67 doing pretty good at blocking him.
Definitely. Good defense. And honestly, I'm really impressed that he was able to go ahead and get that car going after that very weak start. Definitely got all cylinders firing now for sure.
Might have been his goal there. He might have wanted a lackluster restart to see, let everybody else get in front. Gave him at least a lap or 2 in draft. Of course, letting them burn up their tires a little bit more.
Just try and make everybody else feel like, oh, you have a chance? Nope, I'm going to go ahead and snatch it right back from you.
Now finds himself back in the lead as well. 5 of Moore just behind, 9 in third, 41 of Vincent in fourth, fighting back and forth with his partner, team owner Corey Rainey. Vincent staying high though. Rainey going into pits this time.
What in the world happened there? I wonder. Did he just forget to pit or do something in the pit lane? Not enough fuel, something?
No, he pitted before. He pitted on lap, I believe, 52 with everybody else. Last pit stop was about a 15-second stop. Oh, got a black flag. Had to do a drive-through.
What was the black flag for?
That is a good question. We'll have to see if we can get up with our race control. See if we can get a word. Developing, hopefully, in the next few minutes on exactly what happened with the 4 car.
Yeah, I hope we hear something back from them. I mean, normally they like to try and tell us this kind of stuff.
So I'm officially getting a report right now on my monitor. The 4 car was given a drive-through penalty because he supposedly jumped the restart. That's why he got that huge run.
Too eager to get going. Happens to the best of us, I guess, but at least it's right here in stage 2 and, you know, not with like 5 laps to go.
Still in a 4 situation. What? still an unfortunate situation. Say that 5 times fast. Because now the 4-car of Rainey is sitting in 12th place, 26 seconds back from the leader, not in any draft at all. That's going to hurt his chances here, especially helping that teammate, the 41, in stage 2. Lap 13 now, out of 50 once again. 63 laps out of 183 have been completed here tonight. 67 still the most dominant car on the track, as he is still in the lead and has led at this point in time 56 laps out of 64.
Yeah, he's currently leading. He's not pulling away like he was before. So obviously the 5, the 9, and the 09 have made some pretty decent adjustments. Either that or they're trying to just, kind of match that pace instead of like trying to just kill their tires early.
So I know Parker on and off the track pretty well. That 9 car normally likes to gauge out what the field's going to do stage 1. Of course, you do get, a little bit of a boost of points for getting a stage win, but he's a race finish type of guy. He likes to see what the field's going to produce for him in stage 1, and I'm kind of the same way. Once you get around some of the guys and you get comfortable and see what they're doing with their cars, you already know what's going to happen for stage 2, especially with it being a replica of stage 1 on lap count. So I feel like that's probably what we saw out of Parker there a little bit. Him just sitting back patiently watching, but now him linked up with his teammate is going to make a big advantage here going into stage 2. Of course, still sitting 2 and 3 is the 5 and 9 for Parker Motorsports. 67 of Hollinsworth still in the lead, but that 5 not losing any time to his bumper.
Nah, definitely not. And going back to what you were saying about the 9 car, yeah, man. I mean, like just being a closer, it's not about how you start the race. It's about how you finish. And I've raced with you a lot over the years and everything, and I know definitely that you're a closer. You're basically like a miniature Kevin Harvick, basically.
Surprise! I just come out of nowhere. Call me Mariano Rivera.
Yeah, I'll be leading the race for like 90% of it, and then next thing you know, hi, I'm here. I'll snatch that win from you, if you wouldn't mind.
Daytona being one of those.
We don't talk about Daytona.
Now looking to the mid-pack right now. 5th place, 09 of Isaiah Fox rounding out that pack. 9 and 09 going side by side once again. Parker losing a few positions there. Now finds himself in 5th. A lot of these guys too wide, fighting for position right now, not wanting to confidently and comfortably sit behind a car and just coast it out for half of the stage. So we're seeing a lot of fighting with these packs, this front pack right now, as JJ Moore is slowly closing that gap down on the 67 again. Only a 10th separates both of those drivers. Seemed like Moore was trying to go for a slingshot, but didn't get all of the run he was expecting to get to actually make it around. Beautiful flyby from our outside barriers. These cars peeling paint off those walls as fast as they're hitting right now. Upwards to at least 170, 180 miles per hour on these straights. Confidently going into those corners at about 150. 175 for the leader on the straightaways is about the top speed being matched.
Yeah, I mean we've seen a few cars already hit the wall tonight, especially in 3 and 4. That seems to be the difficult part of the track. We saw it with the 91 and everything, and while I think that the preferred line at Charlotte is the high line because you can save tires, it's still very dangerous up there.
And, Charlotte 3 and 4, like you were saying, it is a paint eater. It's just something that is kind of difficult to not hit the wall on. And unfortunate. It's gonna consistently happen, especially as the car gets tighter the longer it runs. It's a debilitating corner to an extent. It does get a little bit difficult. So 3 and 4 not really claiming many souls so far on the night, and that could be a good thing, but still paint being shared on those walls. A lot of drivers have slowly tried to clean that up a little bit, as you've seen. Only a little bit of contacts. Hopefully no commentators curse, but we have stayed green for 73 laps so far. All of stage 1 was green, looking to do it again now.
5 car constantly trying to make something work there. It's like he gets close to him and it just can't quite make the pass.
And that's that solo draft right there. You're going to get a decent amount of draft just sitting behind somebody comfortably. But it's the other cars around you that really do help you, especially if you make a line move and they go with you as well. It is a deciding factor, and it definitely is beneficial to have more cars around you than to just kind of be you and the leader, just you two by yourselves, because then you kind of see what we're seeing. 5 car really getting to the bumper, going to the inside, 67 staying on the high line, and then right there you're seeing that 5 lose some of that time back, then having to go back and do it all again.
Yep, and that's that preferred line that I was saying just a little bit ago, that the high line is honestly at points around Charlotte the quickest line to go ahead and race at. You can go ahead and dive it inside all you want, but the high line is the fastest line here.
Now rolling through the rest of the field, seeing what we got. We'll keep an eye on this fight between first and second.
Got the 9 in the pits.
Looking back, pits for the 9 right now. I'm not seeing anything on report of him getting loose, so he just might not be comfortable with the tires. Might have
5 car finally got a run
gas
on the inside. 5 cars there. Maybe he'll try and get to the low line, make it stick here.
Oh, he's sticking pretty well, but once again, high line prevailing to an extent. They're still nose. They're still nose to nose. They're side by side still.
Side by side. Oh, and the 67 just barely edges it out.
5 car.
That fighting's bringing the 23 back in.
23 has just been slowly watching, running his own race. He's slowly getting back up there. Now with the 2 car draft in front of him, he's really going to be able to get up there just a little bit faster than what he was before. Officially hitting the halfway mark of stage 2, just 2 laps over that. 25 out of 50 is the halfway. We are officially on 28, going to 29 out of 50 this time by just shy of 80 laps being ran out of 183.
5 car again, dive into that inside, getting him right along side by side that 67. Can you make the pass?
They are nose to nose. 5 inches out in front on tower.
Edging out. 23's lurking, just waiting for one of those 2 to mess up. This is some good racing. This is what we tune in to see.
And notice there, the 23 didn't go low to give the 5 the drafts, nor did he go high to give the 67 the drafts. He tried to stay in a neutral position there and hold that line up.
Like I said, 23's just waiting, just waiting for someone to mess up. 5 car giving a little bit of a bump there.
So race control sending a message about the 9 car situation in pits. The 9 car had a screen blackout, which caused him to hit the wall, so he went into pits that time by.
Unfortunate that electronic issues are the main cause. You hate to see that happen in the car. 5 car going ahead, trying to make this work again. Still there for the 5 car. Looks like the 67 is going to be able to just maybe try to defend it. Oh, does the 5 car get clear? Looks like nope. Yeah, thank you for that. I can barely see the screen. And 5 car still trying.
Little contact.
Still trying 23 lurking.
23 not giving the 5 draft. That's the 23 of Zapta. 5
Oh, 5 car's got it on that low line. 5 car gets clear. Great pass. Great pass on the 67, who's been dominant basically all night. 67 fighting back immediately. Oh, this is some great racing. Can't quite get it. 5 cars got that preferred line now. 23 now trying to make that pass too on the 67. 67's just falling off at the moment. Whatever adjustments he made definitely doesn't seem to be working like it did in the last stage.
Now, someone I would like to see catch up with. We saw him get a black flag earlier. Currently sitting in 11th place by himself in the back of the field, just passing the line now. For those just tuning in, 4 car jumped the restart. I'd like to go back to that restart and just take a quick look here at what happened. We'll go to the inside view of this 4 car. Helmet cam. That looked pretty close there. Go to the outside view.
Light little jump.
Yeah, it's a pretty tough decision there. That was pretty close.
It's one of those ticky-tacky decisions that race control has to make. I'd see the little bit of a jump there, but it shouldn't have been, you know, I don't think that should have been a black flag, but you know, race control makes the rules.
To me, it looks like the 67 didn't directly go at the end of the restart zone, which normally lets the field go if the leader didn't go at the end of that white line closest to the start and finish line. Could be the situation for the 4. Unfortunately, it's something you really can't appeal during a race. Once it's given, but unfortunately, it screwed his night all the way up now. But him and Parker kind of connected, not all the way. Parker 5 laps down in 14th place. Carden Hansen in 13th place. 2 laps down, excuse me. The 24 of Christopher Franz. A lap down himself in a must-win position right now. Just in front is the 88 of Joshua Mason in 10th. Going backwards up the list all the way back to 1. 9th place, you have the 47 of Brandon Carroll right now, just behind the 25 of Edmund Post, a.k.a. Wyatt Post. In 7th place, you have the 28 of Kyle Sims. Then in front of him is the 6 car in... What? Then in front of him in 6th place is the 91 car of Brock Whiteman. Sitting in P5 at this point in time, the 41 of DJ Vinson. Then in 4th, your pole sitter of the night, the 09 of Isaiah Fox. In 3rd, the 67 of Stephen Hollinsworth. Led a lot of laps here tonight. Huge fight with the 5 for multiple laps. 5 and the 23 able to get around. Now Stephen trying to fight back to get that position back. Just in front of him, the 23 of Javier Zapta. And of course, your leader at this point in time, the 5 of JJ Moore. 12 more laps to go in Stage 2. Will the 5 be able to solidify a Stage 2 win here, looking to take a Stage 3? Will the 23 of Zapta be able to fight around him, or will the 67 go back-to-back and get this Stage 2 victory for himself?
The way that's looking right now, I'd say that 5 car is looking really good, but that 23 of Javier, man, constantly been lurking. He was lurking when the 67 and the 5 were battling. Now he's just lurking at the 5 car right now, trying to be the intimidator, it seems.
I mean, It's a good, this is pretty big shoes to fill, being the Intimidator.
Well, at least
But
in this instance, he's trying to be. I mean, obviously, no one can compare to Dale Earnhardt, but
Oh, definitely not.
oh, definitely.
You couldn't fill those shoes even if you had concrete to fill them with. It's very difficult. 9 to go. 23 trying to close in. 67 not trying to push to 23. Trying to use that mid to high line we've seen him use all night to get back up into that lead. As of right now, it is really slowly working. But he doesn't have many more laps, so he has to do something now if he wants to possibly get this stage 2 win for himself. 5 of more, confidently just starting to pull away slowly from the 23 and the 67 themselves. Field pretty spread out behind. Not many cars as close as these top 3 right now. Of course, Fox by himself for a bit. Vincent by himself on the track. Not too far behind is Whiteman. Kyle Sims kind of at least 2.5 seconds back from the 91 of Whiteman in front of him. Carroll's now just getting past the line, so the field is pretty stretched out at this point in time. Then you got the 88, 9, and 24. All of Parker Motorsports, the other 3 cars of Parker Motorsports all grouped up right now.
Yeah, in this stage, you can really tell who went ahead and nailed their setups and who haven't. Definitely more spread out than I'd say the first stage.
Yeah, a lot of differences here we've seen, whether it was strategy or just some unfortunate situations. Of course, the 9 screen blackout, had to go in pits because he hit the wall. So it was an unfortunate situation for him. Finds himself 5 laps down now. Franz and Post also laps down as well. Franz, Post being the first one at this point in time to get a lap back after this stage is over, putting himself back on a lead lap position. Now 5 more laps to go. The 5 of JJ Moore sitting out pretty comfortable in the front of this race right now. Not looking to be a possibility for that 67 who got around the 23 of Zapta to come and take it back. JJ only leading 15 laps at this point in time. Hollinsworth behind him has led a whopping 74 laps of this race so far.
Yeah, very, very impressive performance from both of those drivers up in front. I am curious as to what happened to the 23 of Zapta, because he was on the 5 cars bumper for a long time there, and now it's just completely fallen off the pace, comparing it to the 67 and the 5.
We could most likely go back and see exactly what happened if we can find it. This should be the replay here. '23 started falling out of that draft with the 5. Allowed the 67 to go to that inside line. No draft help up top. 23 not confident running that line. You almost saw him hit the wall there. So that's where that position loss came from. It's an unfortunate thing, unfortunate situation to be in, of course, fighting for a second place position, wanting to keep that second place position, but just kind of being in an uncharted area of the track where you're not the most comfortable at, and unfortunately that was the situation for the 23 of Zapta. Now 1 more to go, 5 of more in the lead, 67 4/10 of a second back. Do not see a possibility unless him and the 23 somehow link up here with a little bit of Darrell Waltrip turbo in that car. 5, only one more turn to make. 67 slowly gaining time, but it's not going to be enough. Going to the front stretch, 5 of more will take stage 2.
Great performance in that stage. Looks like he's got his car figured out, but it'll be interesting to see what the 67 can do in pit lane and see if he can get that car back to what that dominant form was in the first stage.
60 seconds. What? 67 has a lot to have to make back up here in stage 3. We have seen he is capable of leading this race, but will he be able to dig deep and get it back is the biggest question right now. Moore taking stage 2. Hollinsworth in second, taking stage 1. Zapta finishing in third. Fox finishing in fourth. Vincent still in the top 5. 91 of Whiteman rounding out 6th. 28 of Sims in 7th. Carroll finishing in 8th. 88 of Mason in 9th. And in the top 10, last person in that top 10, the 4 of Corey Rainey, who served a black flag for a possible restart jump. Now, while these drivers rack up and go into pits, before we start stage 3, 83 more laps, we're going to go to a quick commercial break, and we will be back in just a few moments. And we are back. Just a few moments away from the stage 3 start here. 5 of JJ Moore able to take stage 2. Stephen Hollingsworth in second place right now took stage 1. Now they're going to be fighting it out for the lead once again. Who will be able to get this lead early on? Still green flag wave that time by. Stage 1 and 2, very clean. No cautions on the night. 5 of Moore got a good run there. The top 4 got a pretty decent run out the gate. Now all lining up single file at this point in time. And look at that, 09 of Isaiah Fox trying to make a run here. Passes Hollingsworth for second place. Now trying to get back up to the leader of the 5 car. Wants to run some laps in the lead himself. 5 is pretty good at blocking. He's going to have a lot to deal with just to be able to take that lead away. First place right now, you have the 5 of JJ Moore. Second, you have the 09 of Fox. The 91 of Whiteman on the outside trying to put himself in a third place position. Currently is. Now lost a little bit of time there. Hollingsworth back in third. Whiteman in fourth. DJ Vincent rounding out your top 5. Corey Rainey back up with the pack in sixth. And they are trying to already send it 3 wide. You see 2 packs already forming, that front pack of at least 7 cars, and that back pack already separated by a few seconds.
It looked like for a little bit there that Vincent was definitely trying to make it 3 wide, just kept waiting and waiting, and eventually the gap formed. Amazing pass for third.
I was about to say, Vincent has been sitting back in 5th place for a majority of this race. Now tired of sitting in that position. He wants some net gain. Making pretty good, clean moves at this point in time. Finds himself in P3. Now trying his hand at that lead. You've already seen him in the 5 run. Multiple laps side by side. They were matching each other's energy, matching each other's strengths. So we know if DJ can get himself to the lead, it would be a pretty good fight between him and the 5.
Yeah, most definitely. Already, just from the language of the car, the body language of that 41 car, he's driving with a little bit of aggression behind him. Definitely a little bit of anger there.
Confidence is the name of the game. Right now showing pretty good confidence. Going to the roll bar cam. Looking at the fight ahead of him. Notice those
look how much
hands
he's
aren't
sending
really,
it into the corner. Oh, sorry.
and
Look
those
how much
hands
he's sending
really
it
aren't
into the
turn
corner.
right. He's sending it. He's, I would say, about half throttle.
Listen to those tires squeal.
But notice, not having to go back right at all. Pretty comfortable with that setup in that car. Holding a great line. Still holding that third place right now. Not really trying to get away from his teammate. 4 car of Rainey just behind. Is there 3 wide for 5th?
67 just made a pass 3 wide while being in the middle lane. That was impressive.
It's a hard thing to do here at Charlotte. Confidence is the name of the game here. Obviously, green flag pit cycles are going to happen this time for this stage. 83 laps. 13 already completed for this stage, stage 3. 113 laps have already been completed on the entire night. Now, a lot
Hold
of
up, look
these
at the
drivers,
67. Look at the 67. He just made like 2 passes in basically like 1 corner. amazing pass on the high side. Now he's really going to hunt down that 5. 41 right on his bumper too. This going to get interesting.
Yeah, he saw that 41 and Vincent noticed that 67's making pretty good moves. He figured, let me get behind him and be in a right position to possibly either A, take over second if he makes a mistake, or get in a good prime position to take over first. Those top 3 really mirroring a lot of their same moves right now. DJ going back up earlier on. Lost him a little bit of time there, but he's not trying to use that low line on the straights, burning those tires. Now a little bit of a fight now for third. Looked like the 09 was going to go inside. Didn't. Stayed behind. Now we're going to be following with that leader of that. Following with the leader of the pack, J.J. Moore, still in the lead at this point in time. Hollinsworth 0.3 of a second behind. Not too far. You're slowly starting to see this line from third back drift off pace just a little bit, but knowing that they have pit cycles, they might be trying to spread their tires and gas out just a little bit longer in that draft. Three wide again. Rainey, Vincent, and Fox, all 3 wide. Rainey able to get around his teammate, the 41 and the 09, unscathed. Rainey now finds himself in 3rd place.
Very shocking from Rainey to be up here. Wasn't he in the back during that little drive-through penalty?
Rainey went all the way back to P14 for stage 2. Started back up in 6th place for stage 3 and has now found himself within the top 3.
Great comeback. Very great comeback.
Now just imagine where he would have been in stage 2 if he didn't have to serve that drive-through. Racing speaking for itself now. It's kind of self-explanatory. We can go on and we'll go on for the next 60 laps. But these guys driving their hearts and souls out right now. J.J. Moore still in the lead. 67 of Hollinsworth, only 0.4 of a second behind. In 3rd place now, you have the 4 RFD owner of Corey Rainey. 09 of Isaiah Fox in 4th place. Sitting comfortably once again in 5th place. DJ Vincent leading that little 5-car pack they got going on right there. 91 of Whiteman going to go to the outside. DJ still going to hold his line comfortably. Vincent is a very strategic driver. He's not one to want to just shoot to the front of the pack. He will sit and maintain off of strategies from pit road. So knowing between him and Rainey working together, Rainey, of course, sitting in the top 3 right now. The 41 will have his time to shine once those cycles start. Now, of course, as always, let's see how many laps Moore's led so far. 42 laps so far he's led on the night. Hollinsworth behind has led 74. Moore slowly making way and catching up to the amount of laps led that the 67 just behind has already touched. Rainey now slowly catching up here. He's getting closer. Not all the way up there, but he's slowly catching up to that field. Rainey only led 2 laps of this race so far. That was right before he had that black flag penalty for the restart on stage 2. Comfortably sitting in 3rd right now, 3 positions up from his starting grid spot in 6th. Started just behind his teammate DJ Vincent, who is now sitting in 7th currently. Brock Whiteman able to get around earlier, around that 41, and now finds himself in 6th. Looking behind the 41 is the 88 of Josh Mason. Now, going ahead and throwing up that playoff leaderboard on the left-hand side of your screen for a few moments there. The 11, Lucas Lewis, not here tonight, has advanced himself for the first win of the round of 12 into that round of 8, so not having to worry. The 9 car right now of Jordan Parker, sitting currently in 14th, is plus 40 on in the round, not having to worry about the outcome of this race as he's primarily locked himself in on points. 8 car of Mark Morton, who we thought would be making a return tonight, unfortunately isn't here, but is still plus 17, sitting in 3rd on that list. The 88 of Josh Mason, 4th on that list, plus 15 at this point in time. Corey Rainey in 3rd, that number 4 car, sitting at 5th with 13 positive. 09 of Isaiah Fox, Rainey now in 2nd place. What happened with the 67 there? Lost a little bit of time, fell back 2 positions. But now, Rainey in 2nd place finds himself sitting in 6th. Oh,
yeah,
I'm sorry,
I noticed that
5th.
too. Yeah, I noticed that too. The 67 falling off pace. Sorry about the quietness for a second. I had a little bit of technical difficulties, but I'm back now.
Hey, you're fine. That's live racing. It happens all the time. Rainey finds himself a good plus 13 right now on the night. Still comfortable position to sit in, locked in, and ready to go for the round of 8. 09 in 5th, just behind that 4 car, sitting plus 10 for the round of 12. 3 car of Carden Hansen, who is now a lap or 2 down, just behind the 9 of Jordan Parker, is plus 5. 55 of Gage Burns not here. Last one in at this point in time with plus 2. 51 of Caleb Hess not here tonight. Was the last person to take a win last time we went to Charlotte in week 7, Was hoping to possibly see the resurgence from him again tonight, but unfortunately not able to make it. He's just sitting behind the cut line, and that kind of solidified his fate with not being here tonight. Then, of course, the 24 of Christopher France, needing a race win to put himself into that position. Believe a lap down at this point in time, or just off pace right now. In 11th place needing that win if he wants to get to the round of 8 for Parker Motorsports.
Yeah, still a small chance for the 24 for something to happen, but it's going to take a late race caution for him to even have a chance. And honestly, knowing the prestige of the 24 car in the past, this is very unfortunate. It's going to be kind of sad to see that 24 out of the playoffs. And as for the 51, as a driver of the 51 myself, the fact that he wasn't able to show up tonight, I hate to see it. I always want that number to succeed.
Ooh, 24 on the wall a little bit there. It's an unfortunate situation. 24 currently on lead lap. 91 of Whiteman going to pits this time. 10 car of Stephen Hayes on your tower, also noted as out for the night. Jordan Parker still 5 laps down in 14th position. Wyatt Post 2 laps down just in front of him. And Carden Hansen 2 laps down. Last person on lead lap right now, the 24 France sitting in 10. Whiteman in pits this time, puts him a lap down. Got to wonder how that's going to work out in his favor, possibly when the rest of the leaders go to their pit cycles. But as of right now, J.J. Moore in the lead by 2 seconds over the 4 car of Corey Rainey, who has a little bit of help from behind. 2 cars as at this point in time sit behind him. The 09 of Fox, your pole sitter for the night, with his first pole here in the NARAS Cup Series. And then just behind him, the 67 of Hollinsworth, your stage 1 winner.
That 5 car, man, I don't know what he put in that car in the pits, but he has completely checked out. I thought that the 67 would be the dominant force tonight. 5 car said, nope. Let me show you how it's done, bud. Because, dang, 2.5 seconds ahead.
After watching that race last week at Bristol and seeing him lead the entirety of 294 laps, I knew that driver was going to be a lot for them to have to handle. He is pretty fast. Already has a full-time contract next season for Parker Motorsports, filling in for the 5 for the rest of this season. And by God, George, he is giving these guys a run for their money.
Yeah, if the trend continues like this, all of Owen Lack's stats, I think that could be beat by JJ if he keeps it up.
We're currently getting word from our officials in the booth on the front stretch. As it sits right now, that 24 car of Christopher Franz, with the other 2 not being here, is about 2 points positive above the cut line. So might not need to be a winning in. That was a pretty close run right there with the 41. Thought he was about to eat that bumper. Trying to push and get his lap back. You're starting to see a lot of these guys slow down just a little bit, not wanting to burn those tires up too quick. The longer they can run on those tires, the better it possibly could be for them. All depends on their strategy. Of course, if you're 60 to 80% throttle on these corners, you're going to save minute levels of gas, but it can still definitely make or break the difference in your pit cycle. It's probably what we're seeing from a lot of cars right now, the 41 being one of them. The 4 car of Rainey still confidently sitting in the top 5. Fox was able to get around him, so now he's sitting in 3rd, but you're slowly starting to see it. Now the 4 car comes down pit road in this time. DJ Vincent will also join his teammate down pit road this time. That might be very official for those 2 cars from RFD. JJ Moore still confidently in the lead at this point. He still has a lot of race left to go. Just about halfway now through stage 3. 43 laps out of 83 in stage 3. 143 laps in total ran here tonight. And looking at your race recap at this point in time, JJ Moore currently still in the lead. Only 6 laps under stage breaks. No wreck cautions have happened so far, and only 5 lead changes on the night.
Yeah, I'm honestly surprised there hasn't been more, and honestly, great racing all around this field. I mean, only having like 2 cautions and them being just stage cautions. This has been an impressive bunch today.
That for sure. Temperature, weather here in the illustrious 15-minute state, not really changed much. Still 66 degrees currently. Wind hasn't changed much, but the humidity has went up just a bit.
Surprised it hasn't rained yet. No North Carolina weather. We talked about that earlier in the broadcast.
Now JJ having to fight a few cars in front of him. Lot of drivers have already entered and exited the pits. As you're seeing on your screen, a lot of drivers a lap down. Only 4 drivers on lead lap. That is a 5 of Moore, 09 of Fox, 88 of Mason, the 91 of Whiteman. Just barely, I believe he's just in front of that 5 car fighting for his lap position, and the 67 of Hollinsworth just behind the 5, the first car a lap down at this point in time. Obviously all of those drivers will regain their lap back when that 5 goes into pit, but at this point it's the question of when will the 5 pit. We have not seen him go in pit road since lap 102, just before that restart.
Makes me wonder what his strategy is here, dragging out this long when most of everybody else is pitted. Like, the pit window has passed, and you're the fastest car out here. Why are you not pitting yet? I wonder what's going on in the head of the 5 car.
Strategy is the name of the game. And we're seeing the 5 pull a lot of his strategy out here so far tonight. I know the drivers behind him patiently waiting for him to go in so they can balls to the wallet just for a few laps, just to get their lead lap back. Isaiah Fox, the 5 of Moore. Speaking of Fox, Fox goes in this time. He has not pitted since lap 102. Josh Mason in 3rd. Also hasn't pitted since lap 103. '67 of Hollinsworth pitted at lap 139.
Oh, 5 cars finally coming into pit.
5 car into pits this time. 88 of Mason looking to take the lead now. Coming past the line, passing the 5 car in pits. Mason will jump to the lead at this point. Got to wonder how much more Mason has in his tank before he'll have to come in as well. He hasn't pitted since lap 103. That is just about the restart. Right before the stage 3 start.
He probably ain't got much left in his tank. And just to be clear, the 67 of Hollinsworth has pitted, correct?
The 67 of Hollinsworth pitted at lap 139.
Okay, so he has like about 15 laps of tire wear on it, and he just jumped past the 5 car after he pitted. 67 might have the right strategy to go ahead and win this race.
And now you're seeing the 67 back in the first position on the track. Currently your leader at this point in time, Corey Rainey, with his pit cycle strategy, has him in second. Brock Whiteman in third. And that 91 Chevy. In fourth place right now, Javier Zapta in the 23. Rounding out your top 5, the 5 car of JJ Moore back on track now. Just behind Moore is the 09 of Isaiah Fox. Then in 7th place you have Kyle Sims, followed by the 41 Ford of DJ Vinson. Brendan Carroll in 9th place. And rounding out your top 10, the 88 Chevrolet of Joshua Mason. Good racing here tonight. Lap 55 being started this time by only roughly about 27 more laps of racing to go. Rainey and Hollinsworth have a gap at about 3 seconds to bumper. Rainey really dialed in here after the mishap in stage 2. Trying to gather it all back up for stage 3. Still has about 30 more laps to get to that 67 and possibly take that lead away. 67 notably winning stage 1. Now in a good prime position to take the stage 3 race win for himself.
Yeah, definitely. Just there, he managed to get the gap down below 2 seconds. So his car is looking very good, and honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if he keeps up this pace that he'll pass the 67 of Hollinsworth in a few laps' time.
Now, at this point in time, while these drivers fight it out with pit cycles being wrapped up, we at ARN are going to go to a quick commercial break, and we'll be back in just a few moments.
Did you know Toyota has 3 NASCAR Cup teams? We got Team 2311, owned by this guy, and 3-time Daytona winner Denny Hamlin. But Denny Hamlin races for another team, Joe Gibbs Racing. Yeah, Super Bowl winning head coach Joe Gibbs. And they both share the track with Legacy Motor Club, co-owned by 7-time Cup champ Jimmy Johnson. 3 epic teams, 4 legendary owners, all going after 1 cup. Now you're up to speed. You in?
Hendrick.
Summer is here and you've got places to go.
She's headed to a golf tournament.
This one's headed to the beach.
And he's headed to a music festival.
And they know every good road trip starts right here.
At Hendrick Automotive Group.
We'll check your battery,
Tire pressure, top off your fluids,
Check your cooling system.
And do a multi-point inspection.
extending the life of your vehicle.
and keeping you safe.
Anywhere you want to go.
For free.
Just make sure you're road ready. All good road trips start here.
Book your road ready appointment today at HendrickCars.com.
Last year, Ram killed the Hemi V8, and people had opinions. The same people that killed the Hemi sent me out here with these comments. That's not happening. We own it, we got it wrong, and we're fixing it. You hear that? That's our Hemi, and it's saying, I'm back.
Did he say what I think he said? That thing's got a Hemi.
Hell yeah, it does.
You want more? Buckle up. Ram's coming back to NASCAR.
Let's go. We're back in America's motorsport. The Hemi's back, and we ain't going anywhere.
And we are back from commercial break. 19 more laps to go here tonight. At this point in time, the 4 car of Corey Rainey in the lead now. 67 of Stephen Hollinsworth just behind. JJ Moore slowly starting to catch back up. This is going to be an intense fight for the lead here. Side by side they go right now. Last time Rainey got a win, I believe that was all the way back in week 3 for Atlanta.
And the 5 car immediately gets by the 4. I was wondering if the 4 car was going to go ahead and put up some fight, but no, just 5 car making it look easy, like it's child's play.
The 5 car definitely knows what he needs to be doing. It seems to be a very dominant driver. Looks to possibly be in the midst of breaking records. I mean, as of right now, he's already got 1 win, that being at Bristol. He's already sitting, what did I say, 6th on the leaderboard for all-time laps led. Leader's only at 702. He's at 294. He hasn't claimed any poles yet, but still already putting himself in the 25th position on the all-time series stats for wins. Already 6th place on the laps led, and obviously might move up within the next season. I mean, there is a big gap, almost roughly 300 laps between him and Lucas Lewis for that 5th spot. But I mean, just looking at how many laps he's led tonight, showing 72 laps led tonight, it's just slowly but surely going to go up increasingly over the entire season next year.
Absolutely. I mean, this kind of dominance is something that you very rarely see nowadays. I mean, come on, two races in, you dominate Bristol like you're Martin Truex or something, and now you come into Charlotte and you do this. even if you didn't win the poll, this is impressive. The way that you're able to talk to your crew chief and get this car the way that you want it to where you're able to do this, that's really, really impressive. And we're going to see his name a lot more, either coming more this season and next.
And that was crazy that you said that Truex reference at Darlington, because that's really what he reminds me of, the earlier stages of Truex when he was riding in the, but what was it, the 77, I believe, if I'm not mistaken?
78 for Furniture Row.
Yep. And that's kind of what I've seen from him so far. The last 3 races, it seems like a literal young Martin Truex Jr. on the field, able to make it work in any which way possible, no matter where he's put on the track. I mean, he was way out of contention to have the lead right now, and just put himself back in position very early on at a very good time, too. I mean, we have 12 laps to go for the Bank of America 275 here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. J.J. Moore currently in the lead, 25 of Wyatt Post. Lap car at this point in time sitting just behind, hoping not to get into that 5. Got to watch now as he's fighting a lap car. 25 able to get around him. Got to wonder if the 5 let him go. 4 car of Rainey just behind, but hold on. That seems to be Parker just behind the 4. Parker is able to get around Rainey. That might hurt Rainey's chances of catching up. Obviously, noting Parker not giving him any draft, as his teammate is in the lead right now, so I don't blame him for that.
Absolutely not. And honestly, with a 5 car, are we absolutely sure that they did not take that scheme and put it over the damn T-Rex of Jeff Gordon? Are we absolutely sure? Because that car has looked perfect basically all night.
Could be. You never know. These are Gen 6 cars. These bodies had to come from somewhere. I'm hoping it's not a wall trip body, because we already know what happens there, but
oh boy,
he's definitely got something, man. I even asked him that last week. What is in that car? Are you going to be able to pass R&D after this race? And seems like the same question is going to be asked tonight. Are you going to be able to pass R&D after this race? Because that car has been a literal rocket ship.
Yeah, and I don't see anything stopping him unless he gets caught up in lap traffic like he is right there for a little bit, but manages to go ahead and get around them completely. Honestly, unless a late race caution comes out, I don't see anybody else getting close to him. And I think that he basically has this race won with about 8 laps to go.
Exactly 8 laps to go as he crosses the line that time. Going through your field right now, only 7 cars on lead lap. J.J. Moore currently in the lead for at least 76 laps on the night so far. 4 car of Corey Rainey sitting in second place. 9 car of Parker just getting around that 4 car. Not on lead lap, though. In third, we have the 67 of Hollinsworth, stage 1 winner. In fourth, we have the 09 of Isaiah Fox, who was your pole sitter on the night. 23 of Javier Zapta sitting comfortably in 5th place. The 88 of Joshua Mason in 6th at this point in time. In 7th, you have Kyle Sims in the 28. Then in 8th place, we have Brandon Carroll in the 47. DJ Vinson in 9th place right now, a lap down behind the leaders in 9th. Rounding out your top 10, also a lap down, the 91 of Brock Whiteman. Everybody behind 10th place is the 25 of Wyatt Post in 11th. The 3 of Cardin Hansen in 12th. 24 of Christopher Franz, who should point himself into the round of 8 after tonight's race, in 13th place. Few laps down still at this point in time. The 9 of Jordan Parker in 14th. Then in 15th place, finishing out for the night, is the 10 of Stephen Hayes. And in 17th place, who did not start the race tonight, that is the 56 of Ryder Morgan. Now, back to the leader, J.J. Moore. 5 more laps to go. 2.25 seconds back is the next competitor to him, being the 4 car of Corey Rainey. At this point in time, does not have much more to worry about. You see that gap on your screen right there. 4 more to go, unless they're gonna fight and get a good position going between that back pack. This is all Moore's in the book. That would put him for back-to-back wins. Bristol, followed up by here, Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Absolute dominant car, basically from stage 2 onward. I mean, it's very rare you get to see dominance like that from someone that just came in. So, yeah, good job for him. Hope he manages to finish it out, and unless a late race caution comes out, I really do not see anybody else getting this win, except for the 5.
It's about signed, sealed, delivered now. 3 more laps to go. 2 this time as he passes the line. 8 more corners to take. Now 5. Where's my math? Now 6. Stage 3, almost 100% complete. But folks, do not touch those phones. Don't touch those mices on the computer. That is a horrible plural word to be using there.
Mices.
Do not touch the mice. It's been a long night, all right? Do not touch the mice, because after that checkered flag and we let that winner celebrate, we have our post-race interviews with our top 3. White flag in the air this time. 5 car more in the lead. 3 seconds back is the 4 car of Corey Rainey. It is signed, sealed, delivered for the 5. 2 more corners to take. Passes the scoring line in 3 and 4. Sooner or later, coming to that front stretch now on the inside cam, watching J.J. Moore go back-to-back victories here. Grabs the Charlotte Bank of America 275 win. 2 wins on the season so far.
Amazing win. Amazing performance from J.J. Moore. Back-to-back victories. 1 at Bristol, 1 here. Go burn it down, kid.
Rainey giving him a little tap there, congratulating him on his win. It was a hard-fought battle. Now you're going to see all of Parker Motorsports group up like they did once again. Celebrate that driver on his victory. .41 of Vincent showing some love there as well. 88 of Josh Mason also congratulating his teammate out that net on the driver's side window. 5 car waiting for the track to clear before he goes up and celebrates. We're not going to commercial break, but we're going to go quiet and let him celebrate. Burn it down, driver. J.J. Moore celebrating his victory there on the night. He ain't parked it in pitch yet, so I don't know if he's done. So we're just gonna keep camera here real quick, just in case. Go through our unofficial results at this point in time. Obviously, your official winner of the night, back-to-back, J.J. Moore in first. Corey Rainey in second, Isaiah Fox in third. Interviews coming in just a few short moments. Fourth place, Stephen Hollinsworth in the 67 Stage 1 winner. Javier Zapta in fifth. Josh Mason in sixth. Sims in seventh. Whiteman finishing eighth. Carroll in ninth. DJ Vincent rounding out your top 10. I believe we have drivers in the waiting room ready to go. Most drivers already out of their cars and ready to talk to us. So we're going to go ahead and get the third place finisher of the night. Go ahead and pull in the 09 of Isaiah Fox. How you doing, boss?
Yeah, it could be better.
So, finished in third. Looking to obviously get a win here and put yourself in a little bit better position on points. Right now, sitting pretty comfortable, though, in sixth place for points overall. You're advanced by plus 10. How are you feeling about the race here tonight?
About the points, I feel good. About the race, not so great. I just feel like the same thing I did at Kansas. It's kind of hard to look at this like glass half full instead of half empty and whatnot. Because I feel like I was good. I was quick. I was just not fast enough. Because I mean, JJ beat me off of pure pace. I ended up beating the 67, but he was worlds faster than me most of the race. I'm glad I got P3 out of it, but I feel like I could be better, and I feel like I gotta be better because I don't feel like I'm a deserving champion right now, even if I were to win the championship, and that's kind of what I want to be like.
Well, I mean, a little bit of a brighter side here for you tonight. You claimed your first pole in the NARAS Cup Series. Unfortunately, you weren't able to get either a stage win or the race win. But now officially setting your first pole time, how does that make you feel going into at least the rest of the playoffs or the next season in general?
Well, I feel like it was I feel like Broadfoot took it from me like 2 or 3 times. I feel like I was gonna get it at Kansas and Chicagoland, but he kind of swooped in at the last second and took it. But I guess he wasn't here today, so I guess that's all I needed for that one. It's nice. I mean, I've got something by my name in NARAS now, so hopefully I can get champion. That'd be nice. But hopefully winner first. Dega win sounds pretty good if you ask me.
Now, I'd like to ask you, 3 and 4 is normally a very difficult corner with these cars. In general, 3 and 4 is a paint eater. How was the car feeling not only in that turn, but just in general over the entire course of the night?
Well, I mean, I never had I don't know what the car could have done full potential because obviously you don't push straight off the bat on the restart. So I never really got short run where I could just push the car to the limits. So it was just tire saving all night long. And I feel like really the thing about Charlotte is you got to go slow to go fast, especially in turn 3. You feel like you're going forever and ever and ever before you can pick the gas back up. But that's how you go fast at Charlotte. I know I'm decent at the track, and I know that for sure in turn 3 and 4. But I feel good. I felt like I got it good to where I could get a good arc, good corner entry, and get a good angle on it, which was helping me at the end. But yeah, it felt good overall.
Now, of course, Talladega, Ride the Dente 250 is our next race on the 20th. How are you feeling about this round of 8 for you? Of course, Talladega, Phoenix, and then followed by our elimination race back at Martinsville.
Um, well, I don't. I have. I'm going to miss Phoenix, unfortunately, due to some other stuff I have planned. So I feel like Dega's going to be a must win. Not must win, but I mean, Dega's Dega, you know? So I like having decent points going into the next round, but I feel like next week's stages, gonna go for the stages for sure. Gonna go for the win, obviously, but I never end up having luck at the end of those things at Dega and Daytona, but we'll see what we can do. At Martinsville, um, the result doesn't show it, but I was leading at the white the last time there, so I'm feeling optimistic. I think if we can make the championship four, Miami is a fairly good track of mine, so I'm excited. I am optimistic about the round of eight. We'll just go out and see what we can.
Now, of course, something we always ask before we let you go and enjoy the rest of your night with your third place finish. Do you have any shout outs to fans, friends, or family watching at home?
Just everyone who's watching, have a Merry Christmas. We are in the 12-day span, so open them Advent calendars, get ready. 'Tis the season. Uh, have a Merry Christmas, everybody.
Well, congratulations on your third place finish and your first pole set here tonight. We definitely look forward to seeing what you're going to be capable of doing in the round of eight. And obviously, we hope to talk to you more before the end of this season.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you. And of course, that was our third place finisher, the 09 of Isaiah Fox. Now, moving on to our second place finisher on the night, that being the owner and driver of the number 4 car, Corey Rainey. So, good finish from where you started here tonight. You and your teammate who debuted tonight, the 41 of DJ Vincent, were pretty spot on in stage one. Close call for the black flag that you got in stage two, but you were able to manage and pull your way back up to a second place finish in stage three. How do you feel like your race went for you tonight? Rainey, you got a copy?
Yep, got you guys now. Got you guys now.
There he goes.
Sorry about that. Yeah, the car was good. Um, minus that questionable call. You know, we won't talk about it, but we brought the same car from last time we were here. Was hoping the track was going to loosen up. It ended up tightening up. I feel like we had the cars a little bit too tight for this race, and it kind of cost us there at the end. And that's kind of like how we finished second.
Do you feel like there was anything different? Obviously, you're saying the cars were a little bit tighter for you the later the race went on. Do you feel like there was anything that could have possibly been done differently with your crew chief and pit crew that could have kind of changed the tides a little bit more for you to be able to hold that 5 off?
Well, the car was still drivable. It was still a winnable car. The penalty cost us. Whenever stage three started, we started in sixth, and we kind of had to work our way pretty quickly up to the front before they pulled away. I feel like we used too much tire doing that, and we kind of fell off there about 35 to 40 laps into that run, and we tried to short pit. We probably could have got away with going another 7 to 8 laps. Probably would have made a difference. I think he passed me with 12 to go, 13 to go, something like that. Probably would have been a closer race. But all in all, man, proud of my team. You guys got to see the 41 for the first time. He's going to be a force next year. We're going to bring in our other guy next week at Talladega. Hopefully we have 3 RFD cars out there trying to compete for the win.
Now, pretty close to getting your second victory on the season here tonight. Last victory came week 3, all the way back in July for Atlanta. You're comfortably sitting at around number 5, looking at to the round of 8 now. How are you feeling about your chances between those 3 races?
Talladega is always a wild card, but I know our cars are fast there. I'm not worried about that. I mean, we practically got our last win on a plate track. We almost won the Daytona 500. Everybody red coming to the line there. So I know we'll be fine there. Martinsville, we had a strong car last time in Martinsville. We know what to do this time, so it'll be different. And Phoenix, Phoenix is a crapshoot. You never know what you'll get at Phoenix, but feel good about our chances. We just got to get there. Once we get there, we'll break out the cars for Homestead.
So before we let you go and enjoy your second place finish for the night and try to get some development ready going into next week, of course, I always like to ask, do you have any shout outs to anybody that you would like to give, either watching or fans that are watching?
Absolutely. Shout out to DJ Benson for giving me a shot, finally coming to race with us finally. We've been racing together since 2018. I'm glad he's here. Shout out to Mark Randall. He's going to be our third driver. He's going to be in the 00. Thank him for making the paint schemes. And if I'm not on the podium next week, I want to say Merry Christmas to everybody and Happy New Year's.
Well, congratulations on your second place finish. We look forward to seeing what you're going to be capable of doing in the round of 8. And we definitely look forward to seeing what the team is going to be capable of doing for the rest of this season and, of course, next season.
Absolutely. And we're also going to be premiering the new paint schemes for next season. We're also rebranding the team, so that's more to come as well.
Well, we will definitely keep up on that announcements when they slowly drop. But once again, congratulations and thank you for your time tonight.
Thank you. And hey, you guys did a great job, man. We appreciate y'all.
We appreciate you. That was your second place finisher, the number 4, good buddy of mine, Corey Rainey. Now, only one more person to talk to from the top 3, that being your leader of the race, back-to-back winners now, the number 5 car of J.J. Moore. JJ, you got a copy with us, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Well, didn't claim the pole tonight. Started just outside of the top 10, if I'm not mistaken. Weaseled your way up pretty quickly through the field and are now back-to-back winners now for the last 2 round of 12 races. I know some of those guys definitely not happy, but it is what it is. How are you feeling now that you've went back-to-back on your 3rd race here in the NARAS Cup Series?
It's really just adding on to the confidence, really. I know Bristol is a little bit different because obviously I started up near the front and I led every lap. I dominated the race, but this is a little bit different scenario. I had to learn the car track on the fly. Like you said, I started at the back. I actually didn't qualify because I just couldn't make it in time. But I just had to learn the car on the fly. I just spent the first stage kind of learning the car, where I could push it, where I couldn't. And I just spent the rest of the race just executing what I learned, and it really just gave me a lot of confidence that I can show up like I have in the last 3 races at Kansas and be as fast as I was, Bristol, and dominate the way I did, and tonight at Charlotte, my hometown track, funny enough, and dominate in a similar fashion.
Now, you've already broken pretty good amount of records so far from a lot of our previous drivers. You're currently sitting number 6 in laps led, obviously adding another 75, 76 onto you tonight. You're close to breaking that top 5. Now, second win on the season, putting you at a 4 or 5-way tie for 6th. How are you feeling about, already establishing yourself in the stat books going into not only the rest of this season, but going to next season, now officially having 381 laps led? You're closing the gap on that 5th place.
Honestly, the only stat I really care about is going to be the wins for this season, and next season the wins and the championships. I'm saying that's all the other stuff is a cool little bonus added onto it, but the big thing I'm gonna have and my big mentality is that I show up and the only lap that really matters is the last one, and then I end it first, and I can execute that all the way up until the championship race, and then next season I can hopefully go out and compete for a championship.
Now, of course, Dega being our next track, Ride the Dente 250. How we've already asked you, how are you feeling about that round of 8, excuse me. Does it kind of change anything for you tonight now that you've went back to back looking at Phoenix and Martinsville?
I don't really think it's going to change my mentality. Obviously, I know so far this round, my teammates have been in a really good spot to make it to the next round. So I haven't had to play too much of the team game, but I think just from me looking at the playoffs right now, and I know I'm not in it, and me just being a part-time driver that's going to be there next week, I think I'm going to try and help out my teammates a little bit more. So I'll help out Jordan Fisher in the 9. I'll help out Christopher France in 24, and I'll help out Joshua Mason in the 88. And I'll just try to get them as many points as I can, because obviously I'm trying to get as many stats and make myself look as good as I can for next season and build as much confidence up. But I'm much more worried as a part-time driver this season to get my teammates into that championship round.
Now, I would like to pick your brain a little bit for stage 3 here tonight, going back to tonight's race. It was 83 laps opposed to the copy and paste 50 for stage 1 and 2. How did, that 33 lap difference for you really make or break the race? You pitted at a decent time, I would say, and had to really work your way back up. A lot of people had already burnt tires for at least 10 to 15 laps at that point in time. But what was really your main strategy for those 83 laps, if you are able to or want to divulge that information?
Well, I'm not gonna go too much into detail with it because I don't want to ruin the strategy, and I want to keep my secrets a secret. But like you said, obviously it's a 33 laps longer. We had to make that pit stop, and I fully anticipated on the race going green. So I really just kind of played it by ear on what everyone else was gonna do, and if a lot of people stayed out late, I was gonna pit early. If a lot of people pitted early, I was gonna stay late. And I noticed some of the guys that I was racing with, the 91 pit pretty early, the 23 pit pretty early. I just noticed a lot of them were pitting super early, like right as the fuel window opened. And I said, okay, well, I'll just run out the run and I'll be on better tires at the end. And then I had the better tires there at the end of the race, and I didn't have to do too much pushing. I was a little bit worried there right off the bat, but I saw the lap times and I saw the gap to the leaders start dropping pretty quick, and I chilled out pretty quickly there once I made that pit stop.
Now, of course, before we let you go celebrate your back-to-back victories here with your team, do you have any shout-outs you would like to give to anybody or any of the fans watching at home?
I think again, just like last week, a big shout out to Jordan Fisher, team owner for Parker Motorsports, for signing me. I'm saying obviously from the way he's explained it to me, I've done wonders for not only himself but the team, just helping him out in any way I can, trying to help him out with strategy and stuff. And I think I'll make a really big impact, not only the rest of the season, but going into next season. I'm just going to be one of the guys to beat. So thank Jordan specifically, but all of Parker Motorsports, those racing, 24, the 88, they all had their up and down nights. But I can't thank them enough for being teammates. And gotta thank the field. I'm saying, crap, I went green the whole time. I wasn't necessarily expecting it to go green, but I love me some green flag racing. So I gotta thank the field for doing that, and I gotta shout out y'all for broadcasting, man. It's It's always fun having your voice in your car on the virtual simulator, on the internet. You know, it's just special. So thank y'all for broadcasting.
Of course, thank you for a phenomenal race finish there. Back-to-back wins now. Looking forward to seeing what you're not only what you're going to be able or capable of doing in this season, but definitely looking forward to watching you and just your progression for next season. But of course, once again, congratulations on your second win. Back-to-back wins here tonight. I look forward to seeing the rest of your season.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you.
Thank you. And that was the number 5 back-to-back winner, J.J. Moore. Go back to our scenic view of the beautiful Charlotte Motor Speedway at this point in time. Results on the left-hand side of your screen. Moore takes the win here tonight. Corey Rainey finishing in second place. Isaiah Fox in third. Stephen Hollinsworth in fourth. Javier Zapta finishing 5, rounding out your top 5. In 6th, Joshua Mason. 7th was Kyle Sims. 8th was Brock Whiteman. 9th was Brandon Carroll. 10th place was the new debut for the RFD, the 41 of DJ Vinson. Just behind him, in 11th place, was the 25 of Edmund Post. Then, in 12th, you have the 24 of Christopher Franz. 13th is Carden Hansen. 14th, Jordan Parker. In 15th, you had Stephen Hayes, who was out earlier on the night, and finishing in a quote-unquote 16th position, because we do not count control, would be Ryder Morgan, that did not start the race tonight. We are going to stay long a little bit earlier because at this point in time we are waiting for updates on the playoff standings going into the round of 8. At this point in time, we have 100% confirmed 51 of Caleb Hess has been eliminated from the round of 12. Christopher Franz in the 24 was 3 to the good on points, putting himself in a good position back in the round of 8. Screen went black there. Just going to go ahead and throw the video up. It's easier this way. Christopher Franz, 3 to the good, advances to the round of 8 over Gage Burns, who has now officially been eliminated. While we are waiting for the rest of those round of 8 updates to roll in, I'd like to ask you, partner, how do you feel about the racing you have witnessed here tonight?
That was spectacular racing, not just for like fighting for positions and everything, but just being able to keep it clean basically all race. That was absolutely amazing. Great battles up front, great bunch of guys. Yeah, I'm very impressed with what I saw today from everyone in the field.
I will say that too. Fantastic racing tonight. Green the entire way through. Only cautions were the stage breaks. Fantastic racing. I mean, this was the best end of a round of 12 that you possibly could get. And with this race now being in the books, it's only going to get better over time. Fireworks in the background there, just by the big Jumbotron for the win. For J.J. Moore, you're seeing the replay of the last few laps on your screen now as we go through our infield cameras. Final results for the night. For the round of 8, we do not have the graphic, but we do have the tally. Jordan is now plus 23 going into the round of 8. Mark Morton sits currently at plus 20. Lucas Lewis is sitting confidently in 17 plus. Corey Rainey is just +2 at that cut line for that final 4. The other 4 drivers just outside of that cut line right now is Joshua Mason, -2. Isaiah Fox, -8 points. Carden Hansen is back, -10. And the last 8th driver is Christopher France, -10. Those are official final results going into next week. Playoff leaderboards will be updated in time for the next race. Ride the Dante 250 at Talladega on December 20th is our next race. That is 94 laps, 30 laps for stage 1 and 2, 34 laps for stage 3. We will be off for 1 week for Christmas. Then we will be right back on January 3rd for Phoenix at the Duel in the Desert 170, followed by our elimination race for the round of 8 right before our championship race, that being Martinsville one last time for Banging Bumpers 250. Of course, Ford EcoBoost 300 being our main sponsor for our championship 4 race at Homestead on January 17th. Of course, be sure to follow us on all platforms. Follow me where I go live on my own network, Asphalt Racing Network, under T-Bone 6007 on Twitch for the Right Time ARCA Series on Wednesdays, 9:05 Green Flag. Momentum Racing Truck Series on Twitch at Fridays at 11 p.m. Green Flag. And of course, nowhere else but here, the home of the NARAS Cup Series on YouTube Saturdays at 9:30 Eastern for a Green Flag. It has been an honor once again to be the tail of the tape for the entirety of this race. Looking forward to what we're going to be seeing from next week, and definitely looking forward to seeing you back in the booth next week as well, partner.
Yeah, can't wait for it. Talladega is going to be one hell of a race, and I, for one, can't wait to see it.
But of course, on behalf of everybody here at NARAS and on behalf of everybody at Asphalt Racing Network, we would like to thank you guys for tuning in, whether it was live or on the replay. We hope to see you again next time.